Good day, friends. It is me, HLModTech, and I am back with another awesome tutorial, so let's get cracking. Today, friends, we're going to learn how to properly copy and tinker. I'm going to get you to the design we're going to play with via my website. I, of course, have a page dedicated to Tinkercad with all these awesome categories. Down below, we've got the day one favorites, the useful starters, and then the Tinkercad essentials. We are going to find a cool project to copy and tinker by using the link to the HLMT23 New Shares. You can follow this link any day to see the cool things that have been shared with me. Of course, when I check these out, I always love to see what is created. This is a GTR that was created by Rice Customs. It is pretty slick. Gonna give it a like. I'll also let you know that you can click right here to see what primitive had it look like before. I think this is the original design. It was originally by Rice Customs. Unfortunately, this user did not use copy and tinker correctly, so we cannot see what Rice Customs actually made. Perfect timing for this tutorial because I'm going to show you how to do it. If we scroll down through all the awesome shares, you can find so many cool things. We're going to work today with the awesome creations of ZDP 189. Notice when I clicked on his link, bingo, we can see everything he's created, including awesome practice golf balls. That is so cool, giving it a wow. The design I want to play with, though, if we scroll all the way down, is his sweet tank. Now he's also got the gradient. We're going to use both of those, but these are the steps you need to know. First, click on the design and then follow the golden rule of Tinkercad. Before you ever copy and tinker, make sure you give them a reaction. Then when you hit copy and tinker, after a moment it loads and we can start checking it out. ZDP was cool enough to add some notes. Let's check them out. The goal was to make a respectable looking tank that's quick and easy to draw using shape parameters. It only uses 75 shapes. That's pretty sweet. Notice here we've got a driver's hatch. Up here we've got a note that the gun is balanced so we can actually elevate it and it stays in position. There's also a cool note that if we select the turret and the gun, we can rotate them together. Finally, there's a gunner and a loader's hatch, and there's a commander's hatch. So let me show you how this works. There is a tiny dot on it that balances it so it rotates around this center. Super slick technique. Now what ZDP said a moment ago is if you shift select these two, this dot, notice that link puts it exactly in the middle, rotates like that. Now I do have one thing I do want to show you. If you click off that and try and rotate this now, it does not work. It's in the wrong spot. So I'm going to do Control Z on that rotation, and I'm going to show you how to make it work. Notice how this is about the exact same angle. If we simply put the work plane on that spot, so click work plane and set it right there, now that would rotate again if you wanted to adjust it from that angle. I am going to undo that by putting the work plane back and doing Control Z and Control Z and Control Z. And then I'm going to shift select those two, and I'm going to get my turret back straight for the cool modifications we're going to do. I do also want to highlight that part of copying and tinkering is tearing things apart. Now you don't want to lose the original, so you can do Control D, do some shift nudges, and move that off to the side so you can always go back to how it looked. But now you can click on shapes and you can undo them to see how things were created. Cool little curves added to the front. There's the hatch. If you wanted the hatch to be a different shape, bingo, you can adjust it however you wanted. This is what copying and tinkering is all about. You want to adjust your barrel? Ungroup it. Click on a piece you want to change. I'm going to get the work plane so it's the same way. And I'm going to stretch it out. Boom, because I want it that way. Finally, put the work plane back down and then do make sure you group shapes as you make a mod. Now for the rest of this, I'm going to just back that up so it looks just like ZDP had it. And friends, let me show you something else pretty epic. ZDP also has epic gradients. These are awesome camouflage, super cool, but I have got an idea to use another user's cool share. This is by the Donut King. Once again, we will click on his profile to see all his awesome projects. Definitely worth checking him out. I want to make my tank use the Christmas gradient. So let me show you how this works. Once again, before I copy and tinker, I am giving it a reaction. Then when I hit copy and tinker, after a moment, it loads. Looks cool from every direction, and I want to use it in a different project. Well, there's two ways I can do this. I can just do Control C in this project, switch to the other project, and do Control V, or I can switch from basic shapes to my creations, and I can simply hit create shape, so this is always available to me. I need to wait a moment for it to load, and then I'm going to change the name. I'm not going to tag it. I will put the word gradient, so maybe if I search gradients, I'll find these faster. I never lock the part size, and I'm going to save the shape. I am done with this project at the moment, so I'm going to simply return to my Tinkercad dashboard. And in the other project, let me show you how these gradients work. So the first thing I want to do is go to Your Creations, and here is that Christmas gradient. Notice it takes a moment for it to show up. I can't kid you, this did take a couple minutes. While you're waiting, you can switch back and forth as you're hoping for it to show up. But once it does, then you can put it to use. So I'm bringing out this huge gradient and setting it down. I'm going to make the gun barrel look like this cool shape right here. To do so, I'm going to hide this piece, and I'm going to hide all this. There's a tank track. I will hide that as well. Just a note, you can use Control H to speed up the hiding. And now we're going to create an inverse hole. These are so cool once you get the hang of them. The first thing you need to do is bring out a block. I like to switch the color because the next effect shows up better when we do it. We need to take our part and we need to make it a hole. I'm going to take this block and I'm going to stretch it larger than the shape. You want to give yourself a little bit of room to play. I think I'm even going to get the dot in there. I don't know if it matters, but it just seems like it's kind of a good idea. And then I'm going to select that block, do L for align, and I want to make sure my shape is in the middle. This way and this way, and I'm also going to make it this way, and hit group. Notice it said two shapes. These red lines are why I switched the color. You can't really see those on a red shape. This grouped pretty quickly. First, I'm going to show you T for transparent. There is our design in the gradient. Now I'm going to switch it to a hole so that this can cut. At this point, we put the gradient to use. I'm going to use it in this direction right here, and I've got to make sure it fits inside the shape. So I'm just squeezing it. I'm going to lift this up because it's easier to shrink it this way. Notice I am using the black handles because it only goes one direction at a time. That's usually the easier way to do it. Making sure that it is all in there. We can select them all. I could do L for align. I don't really have to though. I'm going to simply group it. Once again, we've got the red lines while the grouping's happening. And all of a sudden, our gun barrel has got an awesome Christmas pattern. How cool is that? Real quickly, I'm going to hit show all to bring the rest of our tank back. That looks absolutely fantastic. Let me walk you through those steps one more time super quickly. So the part I'm going to do right now is the top part. I'm going to select all this and do hide. I'm also going to select my finished part and I'm going to do hide as well. Once again, I'm bringing out a large cube, making it bigger than the shape, switching that color. I'm even going to speed this up by setting the large cube over here so I've got it ready for the next one. I can then turn this into the hole, and I can raise this one up. You can do Control Shift up. You can also move it with your mouse, whichever way you prefer. I am going to do L for align, and because this is poking out, it's actually kind of slick because I want it to stay lined up with where the tank was. So I was able to select that, now raise it up. Let's see if I remember to make it a hole. Yes, I did. So if I hit show all, it all comes back. Real quickly, I'll hide these. Or check out this trick. I can also lock them. That way I don't have to worry about hiding them. It's efficient as well. When I do this, I want to make sure it says two shapes, and I'm going to hit group. Wait for the red lines to go away. Note it does take a moment. Press T for transparent. Bingo, that cut just like we'd expect. Now I can turn it into a hole, return to the gradients, drop it out here again, and do the same steps to fit it in. Bingo, epic tank top, but I do have an error. Let me do a couple of ungroups and show you what I messed up. And I'm going to ungroup my hole. I'm going to shrink this down for a minute so I can hide that. And then right here is the problem. I did not include this dot when I was making this. So I'm going to shrink this down really low. And here we are, friends. I had to stretch that out past that dot. I missed that when I did the cut. So now, let's quickly do show all. Take our brick and make sure we have it locked. So I'm going to lock that so it can't do anything. I'm also going to hide it. Now I'm going to make sure this is locked. All of this is locked, so I'm good to go. So I can take this one and I can stretch it above the shape. Remember, that is a hole. If I drag down and get that tank, it says 3 shapes, but all of those are locked. So if I hit group right now, and we hit T for transparent, make sure we're selecting the right one, bingo, there is the tank turret inside. I'm going to turn this one into a hole, and we do need to hide it for a moment. Now we can click on this and unlock it, show all, select them both, and finally Control G to group. Bingo, we have got our awesome tank with its turret. They both can be selected. I'm going to unlock those now so you can see this one still works like it's supposed to. I'll hit T to shut off transparency. And if I shift select, I can now use this handle to rotate them as they should as well. Pretty advanced techniques doing that edit. If you do it right the first time, it's a lot smarter. I just lost my brain for a moment. All right, so I have wrapped it up. I am going to hide those notes again. Tried to change the angle of this to see how it would turn out different. And then also, if you copy and tinker, you've got to add something. It's not cool to just share somebody else's design. You need to actually add something. Don't forget, there is a Tinkercad search tool. If we type Santa, let's see if some show up that are pretty cool. I don't have a Santa, but check it out. I do have a fun little reindeer. What if it was the reindeer in charge? I am just going to turn this around. And I'll put it close to the commander, and then I'm going to push it in just because it looks kind of funny. Now, I do want to note, if you look over here, this was created by Sarah Kath. Once again, I will give her credit in a minute. If you do open a new tab, she has so many awesome designs, totally worth checking out. Spin around and take a look at the little reindeer. Once again, thank you, Sarah Kath. Of course, thanks ZDP, and of course, Donut King. These pieces are all fantastic. I'm going to mod the background color real quick just because I think this always looks a little cooler. Let's go with some kind of Christmas reddish. And then I'm also going to hide the grid. That looks a lot cooler. I think I am done with the original tank, so I'm going to just hit delete on it. And now we need to return, and I'll show you how to properly share your project. So of course, step 1 is to hit properties. Make sure you've got an awesome title. Of course, in the description, give the shout out to the users that helped you. If you've got space, you can also add links to their profiles, which is an awesome touch. Of course, mine is going to have this tutorial linked. It does also have the link to the HLMT23 search, another fine way to find those users. And then, of course, other ways to reach me. Add some tags. And then finally, I want to remind you, if you add the HLMT23 tag to any project you create, I check that tag almost every day. And of course, I'll give you a reaction. Finally, make your design public, and then I always choose attribution, no derivatives, because I'm looking for you to come up here, follow the tutorial, and gain some epic skills. Lastly, hit save changes. Friends, as I wrap up, I do want to remind you about my website, HLModTech.com. I have got a page dedicated to Tinkercad with tons of amazing categories. Down below, you'll find the Day 1 favorites, the useful starters, and the Tinkercad essentials. Below that, friends, you'll also find the sweet built-in messaging tool. You can click that button, add your question, comment, or suggestion, and reach me almost instantly. If you look at the very top, you'll also find the link to the Tinkercad Community Discord. As you can see, there are a boatload of members, and it's a fantastic place to talk everything Tinkercad. Finally, friends, of course, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. Please also hit that share button so more people can learn about HLModTech. Of course, friends, you absolutely make my day if you take time to leave a comment down below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button, and last but not least, hit that notification bell if you want to be the first to know when there's a brand new video from me, HLModTech. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.